I'd give you a tour on how the coop turned out. So it started out as a horse, I think they call it a loafing shed or running shed, so it's basically looked like that before we started. And this is the coop. One thing we had to figure out was how to predator proof it, so we put fencing all around the base, zip tied it together at the corners and secured it to 4x4s, which are against the bottom. And then we had these doors that had a lot of openings, so what I did is I built a screen door made of hardware cloth, and it is very secure on the inside. And so that door opens and closes so we can get the wheelbarrow in to clean out the coop. And this door, I made a larger panel, took the top part off, made a larger panel, and covered it with hardware cloth, and then we can put that piece in there at night and keep it secure. Got a rain barrel to catch any rain, the 2 inches a year it rains. And then on the corners there were a lot of gaps, so we put what's actually a roof ridge of this, it's like fiberglass resin material. So that did a really nice job protecting the corners. On the front side we framed it with 2x4s. We had some old leftover framing from a hay barn, so we put hardware cloth in between, and then we put this 2x3 stuff in front just to slow down anything trying to get through to our chicks, and we secured the hardware cloth up top. We're fortunate in that we've got electricity out here, which is great. So this is the coop, which we built mainly from recycled materials, so it's nice. This run-in shed is covered, which is great because it is hot as can be out here, but not in the shed. It's very cool. It's a 12 by 24 foot shed, so there's lots of rooms for all the babies. Here's the turkeys and the barred rocks, black australorps, and there's the buff Orpington. There's the other one, learning to use the horizontal nipples. So anyway, the coop has got a lot of windows in it for ventilation. We built them a little front porch the other day, which they love. We've got access to get into the coop, and I built these handy little drop-down shelves. So it's sitting on something right now, but it's actually level. So we can put food and water in there when they get a little bit taller. I've got 2 different level roosts, which they sort of use to launch from one to the other. I've got vents in both sides. We insulated the entire coop, and we've got good ventilation on the back. I'll show that to you. So we have these windows with the hardware cloth, which just have polycarbonate pieces in there. This is a neat feature. We just took some corrugated metal and put it on a hinge so that we can store treats in there. And here's the nesting boxes, which right now I have closed off since they're still young. These 2 panels right here would go on the back, and this board goes across the front here and then drops in to keep it very secure. But this allows us to first give them great ventilation, good security, and this right here drops down so I can bring the wheelbarrow in and clean it out. Oh, good Lord. Hop down. Come here, silly. Oh my goodness. So anyway, what we use for the deep litter bedding is called American hemp. It comes in like a shrink-wrapped bale. It's about $50 with shipping and the product. It is fantastic. You can go deep litter method with, they say, 12 months to 18 months. So you put down about 2 inches to start, and then every month you add another inch. There's no, I'll show you, no dust. It's great. It smells great. You can compost it. I really like it. I've never used anything else the first time I've had chickens, but the research I did said that this is a great product, and I would have to agree with that. It is just really nice. So I have the conduit pipes put back on just to keep the doors secure, but they're very secure with this board, which is not going anywhere. But those conduit pipes, when these panels are up, they go through these straps. So we have one on the door and one on the side, so it just goes here and then here. It's very secure. Here is that screen door that I built that is very secure, and there's also predator proof fencing down here, and I've got it very, very tight. So it's nice, you get a nice breeze in here, good airflow. And so that's the coop, but you see the girls like their front porch, which was actually an old cabinet door. And everybody seems pretty happy in here. So I appreciate all the input from folks on good things to do with the coop. So plenty of room, good ventilation, good security, and with that we have happy hens.